Hi, I'm Vera.
And I'm Spaghetti Spaghetti.
In this video, we'd like to share some of the memories we have on a cycling trip we did in May 2015.
It is part of the series presenting you slideshows of cycling trips we've done in the past, because although we didn't have video or presentations in mind, we always took a lot of pictures to document our adventures.
We're making videos out of them because we can also share many of the experience we had and what we learned, and we hope to give you inspiration, either just with the many things we have discovered on the way or even to try traveling by bike yourself, if you haven't become hooked already.
And so far, this hasn't been a problem, but as we looked into the files for this next trip, we were somewhat discouraged that there wasn't much to be found. So we hesitated and wondered whether we should really make this video. But because we have promised to share our experiences on all the trips we've done, we decided to go ahead with it anyway.
And besides that, we do have some things we can share with you. So without much further ado, let's dive into the story.
As this was our first trip of the season, we were looking for an easy route to slowly get into the groove of things. So we kept to trusted paths at first, but ventured out further along so there was plenty new to see. We opted once again for France, as easy and rhythmic cycling was guaranteed.
We started by heading out from Basel to Besançon by way of the Eurovelo 6. We had covered this stretch a year before, so if you want to see that, you can find the link in the description below.
We then continued to Dole and further on to Chalon-sur-Saône, where we linked up with France's first Greenway ever built, a wonderful paved track following an old railway line to Cluny. We then circled back to the Rhone Valley and finally arrived in Seyssel, which you should know from previous videos. In total, we cycled close to 700 kilometers in 8 days.
The route between Besançon and Dole was somewhat unremarkable as it closely followed the canal. We got stopped halfway by these two people inquiring if we needed any assistance. We thankfully declined, but were astonished to find out that they were on a state salary and were providing general tourist information and services along this important section of the pan-European cycle route. As advocates for cycling, we were intrigued by this novel idea and were excited to find out more about what they did.
But as the path was painfully empty, they weren't really doing much and seemed a bit bored with themselves. So they accompanied us all the way to Dole and right up to the entrance of the campsite, happily explaining all the details of their occupation. This distracted us from taking any further photos along the way, but was kind of cute, so we did hope business would pick up for them as the year progressed. And we were quite fond of the concept and thought of other routes that would certainly benefit from something similar. We've done a lot of cycling ever since, but have never come across anything like it again anywhere else. So it doesn't seem to have got picked up on.
But we did manage to capture some pretty impressions of Dole that we can share with you. It has 24,000 inhabitants and was once the capital of the Franche-Comté region before its status was inherited by Besançon under the reign of Louis XIV.
The continuing path was just as unremarkable though, so we're going to make a big jump now to the former railway line I had mentioned before. This was an ever so mellow pathway leading past vineyards and culminating in an exciting passage through a long tunnel.
But unfortunately, this last picture of the wonderful castle on the other side of the tunnel is all we really have to offer from this trip. But rest assured, we have much more to show from the following trips, so please subscribe if you don't want to miss out. In fact, I'm really excited about the next video, as it was amongst the most memorable trips of them all.
This trip was all we had hoped it to be. Easy cycling in quiet surroundings. But we had been especially impressed by the length of uninterrupted greenways that we were able to follow, and we were excited to discover that France was, and still is, catching up on high-quality cycling infrastructure at a considerable pace, and that the Via Rhone that we had cycled multiple times before had become the latest Eurovelo route and had been awarded the number 17 that year. Seeing progress like this keeps us motivated, as good cycling infrastructure makes the experience so much more enjoyable. So we'll end this short video with a couple of new signs and paths we encountered on the way, and the very first one is an image of an old railway line being converted to a new greenway.
Feel free to smash the like button, and we hope to see you soon again.
Until then, thanks for watching
And bye.
Bye.